Have you ever heard voices coming from a place that's been sealed shut for decades? What I'm about to tell you happened in a small Ohio high school in 2007, and it's the reason why some doors should never be opened. For over 20 years, room 237 at Lincoln High School had been locked tight. Not just locked, sealed. Back in 1983, a devastating fire had torn through that classroom during after-school hours. The official report said it was an electrical fault, but rumors among students told a different story. They whispered about a young girl who had been trapped inside who never made it out. The room had been boarded up ever since, left exactly as it was after the flames died down. But students claimed they sometimes saw a shadow moving behind the frosted glass door. A small figure like a child, pacing back and forth in the darkness. Most teachers dismissed it as teenage imagination, until the night janitor, Mike, heard something that made his blood run cold. It was around 11 p.m. on a Tuesday in October 2007. Mike was finishing his rounds when he heard it, the sound of children laughing, not from the gymnasium or the cafeteria, but from room 237, the room that had been empty for 24 years. At first, he thought it might be students playing a prank. But as he got closer, the laughter grew clearer. It wasn't multiple children. It was one voice, a little girl, giggling softly in the darkness. Mike called security immediately. 3 guards arrived within minutes, and together they decided to investigate. The head of security had the master key, one that hadn't been used on that door since 1983. When they opened it, the smell hit them first. Smoke. Old stale smoke that shouldn't have lingered for over 2 decades. Their flashlights revealed a scene frozen in time. Desks still charred and blackened, papers scattered across the floor exactly as they'd been left after the fire. But there, on the chalkboard at the front of the room, written in what looked like chalk dust, were 3 words that made everyone's skin crawl. I never left. The handwriting was small, childlike, fresh. In the far corner of the room, partially hidden behind an overturned desk, sat a single child's sneaker, pink with white laces. Somehow, impossibly, it was completely untouched by the fire damage that had consumed everything else in the room. It sat there covered in a thin layer of ash as if it had been placed there recently. Mike quit his job that very night. He never returned to collect his final paycheck. Word spread quickly through the school. Teachers started avoiding that hallway altogether. Students dared each other to touch the door, but none were brave enough to actually do it. Within weeks, the school board made a decision. Room 237 would be permanently sealed, not just locked, but bricked up entirely. They brought in construction workers to build a solid wall where the door had been, hoping to put an end to whatever was happening inside. But even now, more than 15 years later, teachers working late shifts report hearing something that defies all explanation. A soft scratching sound coming from behind that brick wall, as if someone or something is still trying to get out. The school tried to cover it up, but the truth has a way of surfacing. Some places hold onto their secrets, and some doors should never be opened. The next time you walk past a room that's been sealed for decades, ask yourself, what if something is still waiting inside?